So, hello and welcome to this week's Energetic Release Energetic Change session. Woo! So, what's everything that's up, active, messing with you, pushing you off center? Ooh, everything that is. Do you choose to release, let go, and/or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. Whoosh, out, 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 out. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Woo! Yeah, and so one of the parts that's really interesting about being centered and feeling present and fully yourself is that we don't really have all that much time where we really do feel centered and are fully ourselves. Now, there's a lot of resistance there because a lot of times you actually don't know when you're off center. Yeah, it's interesting. And one of the ways that we can find out when we're off center is we do something that we kind of know what it really feels like. So, for example, is like I was on a vacation a couple of weeks ago, and I thought everything was fine. And then I came to do my live Facebook with you guys, and as soon as I went live, I realized that I was so far from my center. Ooh, I was so far off, but I hadn't noticed it. Ooh, so everywhere that you're off center. Woo, and you don't even notice it. Woo, everything that I just brought up. Do you choose to release, let go, and/or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Now, the thing is this happens to all of us. Even when we're really energetically aware and think we're being like fully conscious and fully knowing what's going on. And what can happen is you can be pushed off center so slowly over a longer period of time that you don't even notice it. And that's kind of what happened to me on my vacation. Things just built up really slowly, and I didn't know it. And the other thing that can happen is sometimes you can be pushed off center so quickly, like from a big challenge or experience, that you forget to even ask questions, use your energetic tools. Woo! And that's happened to all of us too. There's no judgment around that. It doesn't mean that you don't know what's going on or you're not good enough. No, what it really means is that just something that happens to all of us. And so, how can we get back, or how can you get back to your center more quickly? So, one of the tools that I recommend is having a daily energetic practice or daily energetic process. And for me, I do mine in the morning, and it can be really short. It can be just even saying like a few energetic clearing statements, or going through a more of a detailed one, which is what I do. That takes about like 10 or 15 minutes every morning. And the part is when you call things out, when you ask some questions, it kind of like reminds you to look at areas that you might not be looking at. So what's one of the ones that I ask is, so what is everything that's up in your world or up in your reality that you've been ignoring or discounting? Ugh, yikes. And everything that is, yikes, wowza. Do you choose to release, let go, and/or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Yeah, and when you're asking that question, what does it really mean? Does it mean that you weren't really aware of it, you weren't paying attention? No, it just means that it kind of like built up slowly. Now, it's one of those ones is energetic things can build up in our lives, in our world, like over slowly over time. And so an example I use is like, have you ever like put some music on in the background that actually felt pretty good? And then hours later, you start realizing it's like, geez, I have this headache. Ugh. Yeah. So that music that was really helpful in the beginning, it slowly became to a point where it's like, ooh, you didn't want it anymore, and it was actually giving you a headache. Um, and that's kind of like what happens with this energetic stuff. We can be out in the world, going out shopping, and then we just pick up some energies, and then we do another errand, and we pick up a little bit more energies, and the next thing we know, we're kind of been pushed off center. Woo! And there's not a wrongness in this. I mean, it happens to all of us, but the trick is to get back to your center, to get back to who you are quicker. Period. And the part is like before we had these energetic tools, getting back to center, you might not even realize it for weeks or months. Whoa. And now that we have this more energetic awareness, um, we can recognize it quicker and sooner. And does it mean that we recognize it instantly? No. Sometimes we might, so we don't want to say that we can't, But the part is just how can you get back to it quicker? And so what I'm going to be doing is I created a Power Up and Energetic Refresh MP3 audio that I'll be sharing with you. So if you're on the email list, I'll send it to you. And if you're not, just send me an email to let me know that you want to join the list, and then I'll send that to you. Now, some of you already have it, but it's a good reminder to use this. And I recommend doing it every morning, but you can use it at any time, because part of it is just like reminding you to look at certain things. It's kind of like the sky is blue, but if you're outside and somebody says, "Hey, take a look at the sky," you can look up, you see it's blue. You can also notice some clouds. It's kind of like, because what can happen is um, when we are around things a lot, we just like ignore them because it's not like important to our lives or that part. But when we call it out, it reminds you to look at something. And the same sort of thing like with these energetic processes. It just reminds you to take a look, and if there is something there, let's shift it or change it. Awesome. Okay, so look forward for that video or that email where it has that MP3 audio in it. And let's see. So what is everything in your way? Yeah. Woo. Let's just stop there. So what is everything in your way? Wow. And everything that is, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Ooh, and everything that said no, freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and out, 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 banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. So it is everything in your way of your having a good or even a great week. So everything that is, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? It's a big no there too. So everything that said no, freeze all, pre-scan all, pre-tag all, pre-ID all, pre-encapsulate all, and whoosh, out, 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 banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. So it's everything else in the way of you having a good or even a great week. Okay, a lot less. So everything that's remaining, out, 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 banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. So I'm Max Riggs, Energetic Awareness and Empowerment Coach, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.